It's all about you. With WYOU Interactive.
And we're back for another interactive conversation on some residents in Wilkes-Barre's Parsons section accusing a group of teens of terrorizing their neighborhood. We have two of them with us, of the self-proclaimed American idiots, and we've been talking about the videos posted on YouTube. Some of the caller right before the last break did have a point. Sometimes some things are damaged. There's a video we mentioned the rolls of wrapping paper. I saw a video where it looks like recyclables are dumped in the street, glass recyclables.
I make the videos look worse than they actually are.
We actually clean it up and stuff like that. We're not just going to leave it lay on the street and be like, okay.
There was a scooter someone was riding that went down into a car on the street.
That was our car.
That was your car?
No, actually, it never touched the car. I made it look like it hit the car. You could see I fast-forwarded it, and I stopped it. He fell. Louis fell right before he hit the car. A lot of stuff said it.
Let's see what some of the viewers think. Connie from Tobiana's on the line. Connie, thanks for being with us.
Thank you. Yeah, my comment actually is, remember the show, actually it's still going on, Jackass? I think it all stems from that. I think that we as adults, because the adults are the ones blaming these teenagers, where are the parents? I mean, these are teenagers, not adults, they're teenagers. So you're blaming these teens for doing what we all did. We all did pranks, some worse than others. But, you know, you need to put the blame on these parents. Where are these parents?
Well, we had actually hoped for your father to be coming tonight. You said he was unavailable. You said your parents don't approve of everything that's on there.
They didn't approve of it at all, but, like, eventually they understand, yeah, kids are going to be kids and stuff like that. They're not going to, like, ground us for life, right?
I mean, one of the ones that I admitted surprised me, and you slide down a pipe with putting oil on your shoes, that would impress me. But I'll tell you, if you were my kid, I wouldn't have been so thrilled. I might not have found it amusing.
Yeah, it's not like I actually got hurt or no one got hurt. I just slid down a pipe and it was a laugh.
The situation with the residents, they're unhappy. Whether or not, whatever the reality is with the video of people assaulting people, I've seen postings both on YouTube and other websites in regards to this, where things are clearly getting out of hand with everyone posting. It's unclear who's an adult and who's truly a teen that's posting on these websites. But there's threats. There's even threats that your father is going to get involved in a fight.
No, there's no threats of my dad actually going down there and fighting. That's just people talking. People will talk.
People will post anything.
People can post anything.
But you can clearly understand when these allegations come up, if they are true, it might be hard to believe that the teens that post on YouTube doing some of these pranks, and some of which are destructive or disturbing.
Yeah, I think people still talk like it's destructive, but they got to know that we're teens and we don't actually have to be kids. I mean, like, we can't change it.
It doesn't give you a license to be destructive.
Like, we don't try to be destructive. We don't go around every day just smashing stuff around and everything, trying to ruin people's houses. We didn't even mean any harm to these people that live across the street. I guess they just felt threatened and they took actions into their own hands. And so they came up to Dave, and then he just went up to Dave and started problems with him and stuff like that. I mean, like, what are we supposed to do? I mean, we're just trying to have a little fun. I mean, like, we didn't mean any harm to him.
Let's see what some of the viewers think. John from Wilkes-Barre is on the line. John, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
What's your question?
Thank you.
What's your question tonight, John?
This was for Dave in particular. I'd like to know where the video is of him assaulting a 10-year-old child on Govier Street, and why is none of the voices listed on the harassment tape when all the voices are on every other tape?
All right. First, I did not assault any kid. I never even touched the kid. Yeah, the police report was kind of wrong. They said I slammed the kid. I never even touched him. So I'm going to court over it. I got, like, all these charges on me. I never even touched the kid. I was walking in the street 30 feet from up where I was sitting, and this big guy comes and attacks me. Over what? I don't even know. Starts choking me, pushing me against the car. I was like, what's going on? And that's when the cops came, and so I never assaulted anyone. And they're talking about how there's no audio on the one clip.
There's no audio. We have the clip. There is no audio until the very last part.
I didn't have my camera for a while. Like, when the girl pushed me, after the guy assaulted me, the girl pushed me. And I have that on video with a cell phone. It got cut off because you stopped the video. And the audio on the last final harassment video is my friend's parents are deaf, and that was their camera, and they didn't have audio, so I wasn't trying to make it seem like we're cursing at them or they were saying stuff that they shouldn't, but I just didn't have audio. I couldn't do anything about that.
Were you at the, I know some of the teens that we heard from earlier were at the town meeting where the American Idiots were obviously the center of discussion. Were you two individuals at that meeting?
No, we actually didn't go to that meeting. We really didn't think anybody was going to show up. We didn't think like Louis and everybody that did show up was going to show up because they all told us before they weren't going. So like we were like, okay, they're not going, so what's the point of us going?
That would have been an opportunity to address the neighbors that are concerned. If things are out of hand, how do we end it now?
If they would have came up to us and then say, hey, you guys are way out of line, you guys are pushing it too far, yeah, we could have apologized and everything like that. But when you come up to us and try to like assault us and stuff, like that's not teaching us a lesson or anything. I mean, like you tell us what we're doing wrong and stuff, we'll apologize for it and try to fix it. But like, how are we supposed to fix it now? The guy came up to him and choked him.
Well, hopefully a dialogue will ensue. Maybe you folks can consider maybe coming up to them and making an offering, or vice versa if they're
willing to accept it. Then yeah, we try our best. Like we didn't mean harm to these people or anything like that. We barely even know them. So like, I'm not.
Well, I know them, and they always start problems on WYOU Street.
Well, they're saying you start problems too. So it seems like a two-sided argument. We are out of time.
All right.
I appreciate you both coming in tonight. We'll be right back after this.
Tired of the same